All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Racha HaKodash. Double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone who teach and who also rule well. Peace and salutation to those of the hopeful elect. Just want to do a quick lesson. Got a few precepts together. The Lord's willing is edifying to the hopeful elect. All right. Because we are at the end. All right. We're at the end of this society. So forgive me. I'm on a little walk right now. We are at the end of this society. And Yahweh Shema Shai, all right, is pretty much finna close shop. Okay. You know, like in a how they have the party going, everybody just dancing. Then all of a sudden, you know, the DJ, you know, stops the whole turntable, and then the lights just flip on. You know, suddenly, that's how the Lord, you know, is finna. That's what the Lord's finna do to Babylon the Great ultimately. All right, because the Lord, all the attention is finna go to Yahweh Shema Shai and what the Lord is finna do. That's why the Lord, you know, pretty much, you know, sent forth his messengers. Salakia. That's why the Lord sent forth his messengers, which are the prophets. All right, because, you know, the Lord got to let you know. Well, he pretty much, the Lord ain't got to let you know, but the Lord is letting the world know what he's finna do before he does it. Okay. And, you know, pertaining to Ezekiel 33 and 33, when these things begin to come to pass, when these things come to pass, then shall it be known that a prophet has been among you. All right. So the prophets are letting you know that Yahweh Shema Shai's judgment. But above that, all right, we're prophesying the return of Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai. Okay. We're prophesying the Lord's return. Okay. Because the Lord is finna change, you know, reality as we know it. All right. The Lord is finna bring order within the earth as it is in heaven. All right. Because this is the worst that the earth has ever been. So this is Luke chapter 21 and 25. And there shall be signs in the sun and in the moon and in the stars. All right. And there's many different lunar, you know, events, you know, eclipses, solar and lunar eclipses, you know, blood moons, super blood moons, super blue moons. Okay. Just recently, like yesterday, you know, there was another celestial event where the moon eclipsed the planet Mars. All right. And so on and so forth, as well as, you know, many different so-called UFO sightings, which are the angels of the Lord riding in those vehicles. Okay. So these are all signs that the scripture is speaking of. Okay. It says, and upon the earth, distress of nations, as well as, you know, this is the most, you know, unrest that the earth has ever been in, as far as, you know, everywhere on the earth, you have people protesting, rioting, you know, and pretty much it's going to come to Babylon the Great. Okay. These are all, you know, different events that will be taking place according to the scriptures, which prove the validity of the Bible, because the Bible is the only book that speaks of prophecy. All right, that have written thousands of years ago, and those events are currently happening right now. So it says, the sea and the waves roaring, men's heart failing them for fear and for looking after those things which are coming on the earth. All right. And, the judgments are looming. All right. The pending collapse. All right. And when this place collapses, all right, you already know how everything is going to turn out, because Esau, Edom shows you in these different movies, which he got from the scriptures. All right. Really, we know how things is going to be, because you can read in 2nd Esdras 15, 2nd Esdras 16. All right. And Esau gets the inspiration from the Bible. So it's going to be the post-apocalyptic. And people know that. That's why people, are getting their bug out vehicles, their bug out bags. All right. People starting to stock up. All right. Because they understand that this place is getting ready to collapse and the worst is yet to come. All right. So these people, they're fearful for the things that are coming upon the earth, as well as you have people that, monitor the heavens. All right. And they monitor the so-called UFOs. They track the chariots. All right. And a lot of these people don't even know that those are the angels of the Lord. All right. So they'll catch all this footage, which the Lord, allows them to catch the footage of the angels and the chariots. All right. Well, they catch all the footage and they're thinking, they don't even know what to think. All right. But we have the 100% truth. All right. But, as of recently, when you go on these different YouTube pages that, monitor the chariots, pretty much people are saying that an invasion is about to take place because of the innumerable amount of evidence and videos and activity that the chariots, have been shown within the earth. Okay. And people have came to the inevitable conclusion that a greater event is going to take place. All right. And it's going to be the invasion. But these people don't realize that, what's coming from the heavens, all right, is the Lord. Yahweh Shai. All right, the Lord's only begotten son, and that's going to be the Lord's second return. All right, Esau Edom makes movies about it. Independence Day. All right, but I'm gonna continue to read Luke 21 and 26. It says, men's heart failing them for fear and for looking after those things which are coming on the earth, for the powers of heaven shall be shaken. Yeah, and as well as, people are in fear of World War III and those thermonuclear missiles. All right, which is going to shake the earth, as well as when the Lord returns, the Lord is going to, tear through, the third dimension. The Lord is going to rend the heavens. Meaning it's going to be a portal that tears the fabric of reality, and the giant fathership is going to be brought forth through it, as well as the angels with the Lord. And Yahweh Shai is going to be standing upon the fathership, so all eyes can see him as he is. All right. It says, verse 27, and then shall they see the Son of Man coming in a cloud with power and great glory. All right, the Son of Man is speaking of Yahweh Shai, who the world ignorantly calls JC. All right. Every eye is going to see the Lord. All right, coming on that cloud, which is a so-called UFO, with power and great glory, because this is something that nobody has ever seen before. Okay. Ever since, Esau Edom developed cameras, going back to the black and white cameras and stuff, where they can only take one picture, at a time, before they have to do the most just to put the film back in there. All right. They've been catching so-called UFOs on camera. All right. And the chariots have been very elusive, but the Lord is finna pull up and you're going to be able to see the chariots in great detail. And they're going to defy what you people perceive as reality. Okay. As well as when the Lord come back with the fathership, however that fathership look is going to be etched into the brains of the inhabitants of the earth, man. And it's going to put great fear because it's going to be so uncanny. All right. To the point of people's going to be losing their minds. And on top of that, you're going to see, an extraterrestrial being, the Lord in that new angelic perfect body, standing on top of the chariot, a so-called black man, all right, with white woolly hair and a beard in perfection, though. Very tall and austere. People are going to see the Lord. Okay, so let me finish reading. All right. It says in verse St. Luke 21:27, and then shall they see the Son of Man coming in a cloud with power and great glory. And when these things begin to come to pass, then look up and lift up your heads, for your redemption draweth nigh. Yeah, because the Lord is only going to show compassion upon the elect of the nation of Israel, which is one third. All right. And the Lord is going to command his angels, to gather his elect, and the angels is going to go back up into the fathership. So the elect are going to get beamed up wherever they're at. All right. And then the angels are going to bring the elect to the fathership. All right. To meet the Lord in the air. And these people, or Wisdom of Solomon, the 5th chapter, these wicked people are going to behold, so-called blacks, Latinos, Native Seminole Indians get beamed up into those chariots, those angelic vehicles, Salakia. All right. So that's why the Lord said, look up, for our redemption draweth nigh, because our salvation is going to come from the heavens. That's how the elect is going to escape the thermonuclear destruction. All right. That's because the Lord is going to show up right when the missiles is coming down in the nick of time. All right. But, the day of the Lord is going to be very dreadful. All right. Because leading up to the Lord's return, the earth is already going to be stricken and the earth is going to be beaten already with many stripes via the plagues that the Lord is sending in these different scourges, such as famine, pestilence, disease. All right. And the people, that live, all right, that make it up until the Lord's return. All right. Those people that are wicked, all these Edomites here that may have survived, they're going to be mentally distraught. Then they're going to see the Lord, and it's going to completely, the scriptures tell you, men's hearts failing them. That's speaking about them having heart attacks as well as them fainting within their own minds. All right. So, hey, man, the Lord is not playing. All right. You got all these different Christian churches. These, they playing around, with the Lord. They don't even know what the Lord is about. OK. So let me get another precept. This is Amos 5:18. Woe unto you that desire the day of the Lord. To what end is it for you? The day of the Lord is darkness and not light. All right. So, these people got another thing coming, man. All right. Because a lot of these people, they're going to be thinking, that is little green men from Mars or whatever. But really, it's the Lord, Yahweh Shema Shai. And when they see the Lord standing upon that chariot, then everything is going to click within their mind that this is who the world ignorantly called Jesus. All right. And it's going to be everything that these people dread. OK. And on top of that, these people are going to realize that the ones that they've hated the most, which are the Israelites, are the chosen ones. OK. So, like the Christian church say, that, hey, all people is welcome, all nations. They tell you that, you can accept Jesus, quote unquote. All right. Hey, man, that's all that shit is finna go out the window when all hell break loose. Okay. So it says, verse 19, as if a man did flee from a lion and a bear met him, or went into the house and leaned his hand on the wall and a serpent bit him. Yeah, because you escape from the lion and all of a sudden you run into a bear, and these are things, by the way, if you escape from a lion, that's like a 1 in a million chance, damn near. All right. Same thing with a bear. So that's how it's going to be in Jacob's trouble. If you miraculously, survive the famines, the pestilence, disease, all right, then you lean your hand on the wall, the serpent bit you. All right. That's how it's going to be for these people. They're not going to be able to escape the judgments. All right. Because they escape all these things. Well, how are you going to escape the nuclear missile? Okay. So the day of the Lord is going to come upon these people, man. All right. These wicked people, these wicked inhabitants of the earth. Okay. Because in a movie, usually in a movie, right, in a worldly movie, you have the whole world is good guys, and then you have, the very few bad guys. All right. But in the Lord's movie, the majority of the earth is wicked, and you have very few good guys. All right. Let me continue to read. Amos 5:20, it says, shall not the day of the Lord be darkness, and not light, even very dark, and no brightness in it? Okay. So the Lord is coming back to punish the inhabitants of the earth, man. And the scriptures tell you, that these people are in gross darkness. All right. So the Lord is coming back to punish pretty much the majority of the people of the earth. All right. So a lot of death is going to be ensued. OK. And then leading up to the Lord's return. All right. Hey, the chariots is going to be getting down. All right. They're going to be hitting people. All right. With those the concentrated fire, which are the laser beams. All right. So let me get another precept. Isaiah 42:13. The Lord shall go forth as a mighty man. He shall stir up jealousy like a man of war. All right. As well as when the Lord returns, the Lord, is strategically stirring up the minds, of these rulers of the earth to go into World War III. All right. So that's why all them people, all the, America, Ukraine, Russia, all these people are getting ready for that war. And the Lord is gathering all these nations in the valley of Yahweh Shaphat in the Middle East. All right. Yahweh Shaphat, meaning the Lord's decision or the Lord's judgment. All right. The Lord is gathering all the armies of the earth over there. So when the Lord returned in the midst of World War III, when the missiles go off, the Lord can get down. All right. And destroy all the armies of the earth. All right. So this is Isaiah 42:13. He shall cry, yea, roar. He shall prevail against his enemies. I have long time holding my peace. I have been still and refrained myself. All right. And that's why these people have no respect for the higher power, to the point where they don't even believe that the Most High exists. All right. Because the Lord has been sitting back. All right. They tell you Job 9:24, the earth was given into the hand of the wicked. The Lord allowed Esau to have a little period of time to rule in wickedness. All right. For the sake of, showing the Lord's power and destroying and showing the example of how not to be in the earth for the nation of Israel. OK. But now the Lord that time is up for Esau to rule. All right. It says, now will I cry like a travailing woman. I will destroy and devour at once. I will make waste mountains and hills represents governments, and dry up all their herbs. And I will make the rivers islands and will dry up the pools. All right. So Lord is coming with that fire, man. Okay. To bring judgments on the earth, man. Okay. And it's going to be an invasion. Okay. A so-called UFO invasion. But it's going to be the Lord and the angels. All right. So let me get another precept real quick. Revelations 1:7. Behold, he cometh with clouds, and every eye shall see him. All right. So the Lord is going to come with those chariots, man. All right. And that's the greatest demonstration of power. Okay. Just to show you the gravity of the power of the Lord is coming back with. All right. One single chariot can destroy the whole earth. But the Lord is coming back with it in an innumerable amount, all right, of angels with him, as well as the Lord Yahweh Shai, the top angel underneath the Most High, Yahweh. All right, the Lord is going to be on the fathership. All right, so just to show you the gravity and measure, one chariot can destroy the earth, and the Lord is coming back with an innumerable amount of them. Okay, so that's the amount of power that's going to make people drop to their knees and give up the ghost. All right. When they see the glory of Yahweh Shema Shai, it's going to be very dreadful before the elect. All right. The elect is going to be crying to be delivered, man. All right. Because the elect already fear the Lord. OK, these people don't fear the Lord. So the Lord is just going to have to show up and bring judgment. So it says, and they also which pierced him, going into reincarnation, and all kindreds of the earth shall wail because of him, even so, amen. All right. So all the inhabitants of the earth are going to wail because when Yahweh Shai returns with the holy angels, all right, it's going to be too much. It's going to be too much for the earth, all right, for these people of the earth to bear. Shoot, even for the elect. All right. The elect is even going to be frightened, like the scriptures say, because not only are the elect going to see it, you know, the elect is going to be scarcely saved. OK, let me actually get that. This is Revelations 11:13. Well, let me see if I can read up a little bit. Revelations 11. Yep. And 12, and they heard a great voice from heaven saying unto them, all right, speaking of the elect, all right, come up hither. And that's going to be said in the ancient Lashawan Kodash, the Hebrew tongue. All right. And they ascended up to heaven in a cloud. So that's how the elect is going to be delivered. They're going to ascend up into the heavens. All right. Into a cloud, into a so-called UFO, a chariot. And their enemies beheld them. Yeah, lining up with Wisdom of Solomon, the 5th chapter. Verse 13. In the same hour was there a great earthquake. And that great earthquake is going to be caused by the thermonuclear destruction. The scriptures tell you that the earth shall reel to and fro like a drunkard. All right, and that's going to be caused by the missiles, man. And the 10th part of the city fell. Speaking of America, America is that 10th part. All right. When you go into, you know, the global security of FEMA, I believe. All right. And then in an event that America, you know, will be under total martial law, America will be divided up into 10 zones. All right. Which when martial law hit, is going to be just like that movie. What's that movie called? One of them is called Catching Fire, something like that. With the girl. The name of the movie escapes me. All right. But yeah, it's gonna be like that movie, man. Hunger Games. Yeah, it's gonna be like Hunger Games. America's gonna be divided up in 10 different zones. All right. And the scriptures tell you a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able, because those zones is going to be outlined by garrisons. OK, so in order for the elect to be preserved up until the salvation, the Lord is going to have to do a lot of miracles, as well as, you know, endow certain of his men with spiritual power. Okay. But just proving the point that the 10th part of the city is America. It says in the earthquake were slain of men 7,000. So 7 just means completion. So everybody that's not part of the elect, all right, is going to be destroyed by the missiles. And the remnant were affrighted. Yeah, the remnant is the elect that get delivered, and gave glory to the power of heaven. All right. And then it goes on, the second woe is past, and behold, the third woe come quickly, meaning the third woe is World War III. Okay. So, hey, that's going to be the event that's going to cause the earthquake. All right. But the Lord, Yahweh Shai, all right, is going to show up, all right, to deliver the elect, all right, from the missiles. Okay. And these people, it's going to be so cold. These people are going to have the MOTB in them. All right. Then they're going to see the Lord show up, zapping people. Then they're going to see the elect get beamed up. And these people is going to be left behind. All right. And then after the chariots, disappear and go up into the Father's ship, these people is going to be left here not knowing what to do. And then the missiles is going to come. And they're going to hear the missiles. It's going to be a terrible noise of hearing the army of the missiles, all right, coming towards America. All right. And then America's going to be destroyed. All right. And this judgment is going to take place. OK. And the Lord, the scriptures tell you that in Joel, the 2nd chapter, that the missiles, that's the army of the Lord. OK, of Yahweh Shema Shai. All right. So that dreadful day, is coming. All right. But for the elect, it said, when these things come to pass, then look up, for your redemption draweth nigh. All right. So in the time when Esau ministers the MOTB, man, brothers should be just looking up, waiting for the Lord to come. Because once the MOTB is made mandatory, after that, the Lord is going to come at any moment. OK. So, yeah, man. All right. The Lord's return. All right. The Lord, Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai, all right, is finna make a great presence within the earth. Okay. And, these people, they getting ready to meet their maker, man. Salakim. So with that being said, I want to say, call Allah Yahweh Shema Shai, Bashim Kakodash. Double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and salutation to those of the hopeful elect. Shalom and a Abba.